wish I had a voice like John Levi. I think he sounds a lot like John from Garfield. Everything he says sounds non-threatening. He introduced me to this research, as he calls it, and at this point I've seen so many strange things, it is hard to remember them all. I really appreciate his approach. I don't agree with him on everything, but I like that he's unassuming and he doesn't pretend to have all the answers. He's just pointing out inconsistencies and asking questions, and that's all I'm really trying to do. Every time I research any subject, there ends up being like a million more rabbit holes to go down, and it's really hard to not get distracted and to stay focused on one thing. But the same things keep popping up involving the same people. They'll be like the same name that just keeps recurring, and they seem to be connected with every other suspicious thing. Apparently there were so few people, the same people are involved in everything, and so many people that construction like this is able to be accomplished in the middle of nowhere. It doesn't really make sense. Ground was broken on the University of Redlands campus in April of 1909, so it said, and the classes were in session by the fall. Seems a little fast, but nobody really clarifies where the classes were being held. But by 1907, the administration building appears to have been fully completed. The Memorial Chapel's ground was broken in 1927, and it was finished in 1928. I cannot find any photos of the administration building from the vantage point that would be showing where the Memorial Chapel would be. So I can't find anything that shows the grounds without the Memorial Chapel. Not that that means anything either way, as the story could be legit, and they could also retouch photos since the onset of photography. The only reason why I'm suspicious is because when I went to school for graphic design and I learned film study and all these things, I was never told that they could retouch photos back then. When I'm learning Photoshop and I'm learning the origins of all these things, I mean, they don't even teach you why it's called like dodge and burn. They just tell you to use those tools. And they make it kind of sound like they're from like the 50s or something, but they're actually from the late 1800s. So I don't know. At this point, I've seen enough to know that nothing is as it seems. So who knows? Maybe it's legit, maybe it's not. Redlands is beautiful though, and it's full of old world architecture and surprises. The library is a must-see. And a fellow creator on here said something I found really interesting, that even if their story is legit, there is no excuse as to why we can't still enjoy buildings like this. It is a choice where they allocate the funds. And I think it's pretty telling that the large systems, one being academia, the Ministry of Truth, if you will, they seem to get all the nice buildings.